I was 15 when this happened. It was the early 2010s, and like most kids my age, I spent a ridiculous amount of time on Xbox Live. It was my escape, my way to unwind after school. I wasn't the best player, but I held my own in games like Call of Duty and Halo. My gamertag was something cringy. I won't say it here, but let's just say it involved way too many X's and underscores. It started on a random night after school. I was playing an online match with some friends when I noticed a player with a strange gamer tag, something like xvoidx77. His stats were maxed out, he had all the unlocks, and the way he played wasn't normal. He moved too fast, took impossible shots, and his kill count was way above everyone else's. "Yo, this dude's hacking," one of my friends said over the mic. We all started calling him out in the chat, but he didn't respond. He just kept playing, racking up kills, ruining the match for everyone. Finally, I got frustrated and sent him a private message. "Congrats on ruining the game, loser. Play fair." A few seconds later, he responded, "You think you're funny, huh?" Something about it made me pause. I had dealt with plenty of toxic players before, but there was something off about this one. I brushed it off and kept playing, but xvoidx77 stayed in every match I joined, like he was following me. Every time I spawned, he was there, killing me instantly. He wasn't even playing the game anymore, just hunting me. It got worse. Every time I died, he sent another message. "You're really bad at this. Just quit, bro. I see you." That last one made me uneasy. It was just an online game, right? Just some loser with a modded account. But something about it felt personal. The next day, I logged on, hoping he had moved on. But the moment I joined a match, there he was again. Every game, every lobby, his messages kept coming. "Still here, buddy. Miss me?" I told my friends about it, and they laughed it off, saying I probably just pissed off some sweaty hacker. But that night, I got a new message. This one was different. "Nice house on my actual street name." I froze. My heart started pounding. That wasn't possible. How did he know that? I stared at the screen, trying to convince myself it was a coincidence. Maybe he guessed. Maybe it was just some common street name. But then another message popped up. "Not far from my town's name, huh?" I didn't even breathe. I lived in a small town. There was no way this guy could have just guessed that. I turned off the console and ran downstairs to my parents, trying to explain what had happened. My dad, not understanding how online gaming worked, told me it was just some idiot trying to scare me. But my mom saw how shaken I was and took it seriously. She called the police. When the officer arrived, he took notes, but admitted there wasn't much they could do. This kind of thing happened more than people realized, and most of the time, it was just someone trying to mess with you. He told me to change my passwords, set my profile to private, and avoid messaging strangers. I did everything he suggested. I changed my gamertag, deleted my old account, and even stopped playing Xbox for a while. But I still felt watched. Then, about a week later, I was lying in bed, scrolling through my phone, when I got a notification. A message, not on Xbox, on my phone. It was an unknown number. "Why'd you block me?" I felt sick. I didn't reply. Seconds later, another message came in. "You can't hide forever." I bolted out of bed and showed my parents. My dad finally realized this wasn't just some random troll and called the police again. This time, they took it more seriously. They traced the number, but it was a burner phone. For the next few weeks, we were extra careful. My parents checked the locks twice before bed, and I stopped going online altogether. Eventually, the messages stopped. I never found out who xvoidx77 really was. Was it just some skilled hacker? Some bored guy messing with me? Or was it someone who knew me in real life? I'll never know. But even now, 10 years later, I can't shake the paranoia. Every time I play an online game, every time I see an anonymous username pop up in my lobby, I wonder, what if it's him?